What's up YouTube, it's JP Dunphy, your BMW genius here at BMW Fort Washington. In today's video, we're going to be going over the 2024 BMW X6 M competition. So with that, let's dive on in.
Outside, you of course have the standard X6 body frame here with the much more aggressive M front grille. They have much more, they went to a now horizontal wide open grille. Fewer of these guys altogether as compared to the X6 M60 that I reviewed 2 weeks ago. Of course, has the much more aggressive front end. All the benefits of the newer body lines all throughout here. The newer headlights as well. Let's get a quick peek at these little guys right here, with of course cornering lights and all the beauties that you would expect from it. Turn signals right there, as well as your daytime running lights. Nice and simple and beautiful. Elegant while still very purposeful. Body lines, of course, if you didn't know or have not seen these before, this is the BMW's SAC Sport Activity Coupe, meaning that it has a more coupe styling for that body line on the back there. Everything else about this is standard X6. Nice big wheels, nice and dirty. Can't wait to get those guys cleaned. Your 4 quad exhaust pipes in the back. Your X6M blacked out badge because of its being competition. There is no longer a non-competition version. Open up the trunk and you get the same one you get in any other X6 right here in the back. Sorry about the cripe in the back. You of course have your standard cover here. 40-20-40 rear seats, of course. If you didn't know, this S68 engine that is inside of here is the more highly tuned version of it. So as compared to the 527 horsepower that you get out of the M60s, instead you're getting 617 out of this one. So this one is much more impressive altogether. Let's open up this hood right here and take a little look underneath there. On the inside, you do get everything that is expected in the LCI of this car. Let's pull once, twice. Thank you for playing. And of course, your M seats, they are covered as always, but they have the glow right there. Great comfortable leather. The beauty of this one is a completely stock, no options version of it. Starts at $127,200 and can be optioned up a little bit more. So if you're looking at the X6, ooh, love it. So it has a little more aggressive all on the inside here, a little bit more bracing to handle the higher horsepower that you find in here. Of course, you have your S68 engine, as mentioned before, twin turbo. It is a hot V8, meaning that those turbos are yoink right in there in the wedge of the V. I'm sure there's some kind of sexual innuendo you can do for that. In the meantime, boop. Let's doing that. Hopping on the inside, you have all of the major amenities you would expect in a car of this price range. You have your M specific steering wheel. You have your M specific design on the inside here. All of your other ones, if you have not seen, I've done an M2 as well as other M cars as well as an M3, a look through with this newer head up. You can also see a version of this in the XM review that I'll be putting out later today as well. Everything on here is as you expect, M specific shifter, M1 and M2 buttons that you get on there. This is the new steering wheel layout. You see now it has simply on or off and mode buttons, whether or not you have driver assistance professional or not. When you don't have driver assistance professional, that basically means that you now get less options in here. Again, if you're new to this guy, the easiest way to find out, this one again does not have it, but you would go into your drive settings under your apps, driver assistance, driving. When you have only speed limit assist, that means that you have the standard apologies, you have the standard cruise control, not the adaptive cruise control. If you have the adaptive, then suddenly you get things like added distance control and options in there. Again, nice beefy steering wheel, contrast stitching all throughout here. You do have a couple options for your actual dash. The XM gets only that matte carbon fiber as an option. You have more options in here, as well as things like your piano black center here, your M badge over on the side here rather than an M60 or just standard X6 option in there. The new dash, of course, is wonderful. Door handles, everything else on the side here, exactly as you would expect. Your trunk open option right here. Standard controls that you come to expect here. Exterior lighting's options right there, headlights and everything off. Interior, you get, of course, a moonroof right above you. It does open, of course. Your standard view out the back. Slightly smaller window. Part of that's because of the X6 design with the Activity Coupe over the standard X5 Sport Activity vehicle. Otherwise, on the inside, of course, we have all the major benefits. You have a wireless charger, digital key plus, all that standard on the inside here as well. Let's pull this guy down so we can see a nice interior. This is definitely one of my more favorites. This one does have the black extended merino leather interior for it, so you get your whole black dashboard up here and all the extended bits along the doors as well. For this, it also has, by the way, this is the fine line wood black trim. I can't remember if I mentioned that earlier. And your new display on the center here. I have done walkthroughs of this in previous iterations. You have your M-specific shifters for manual shifting up here, and of course your M-specific down here. Again, contrast stitching, your M design colors right there. Many more designs for the interior in terms of lights and ambient lighting for yourself. The newer HVAC, basically you just point this where you want the air to go, twist to turn off, twist to the right to turn back on. Happens all throughout here. You can see it more clearly on this one as you move it around. It adjusts where the air goes, and a twist here turns on and off your actual airflow. And yeah. Major benefits of the X6 M competition over the standard X6 M60. You get most of the same benefits of that, things like carbon carbon system, Bowers & Wilkins as an option. And the main thing that you always want to get with this is, of course, your individual driving setup. You don't get this much customization with the X6 M60. Instead, you get it with your X6 M. M, of course, again, being that higher horsepower, you move from that 527 up to 617 horsepower. And this one, any of the ones that are your non-M3 and M4 versions, you cannot turn off and go to rear-wheel drive only. So instead, you get your four-wheel drive and four-wheel drive sport options, depending on whether you're in standard driver traction control or whether you are in MDM mode. So pressing this button right here puts you in MDM mode, which automatically selects four-wheel drive sport. So that's the only way to get into that. Again, benefit of it being that when you are in here, you have the options of your basic connectivity through, or basic customization through engine, chassis, steering, and brakes, and your all-wheel drive system based on which one you're in down here. Or you can, of course, save all those presets right here in your further M1 and M2 configurations. Again, all the same customizations in there. The difference here being that transmission is added to it as well, and you can pre-save your DSC as opposed to pressing that button down there. And last but not least, start, stop, and end sound as an option. Those guys are down here otherwise. So start, stop, M sound. All those guys are pre-configurable right there, and then you can change them with the press of a button right quick. If you are changing your DSC, then you'd have to press it twice to select and confirm that you are instead going to DSC either off or in traction MDM mode. And with that, that is the fastest walkthrough of this car and its basic technology that I've had probably ever. So if you want to see more about it, please let me know. This is a Soul car, so I can't take it out to give you a driving dynamics for it, but I can tell you I've been in another one for an M driving event. It is extremely capable. Brakes are beyond solid. You get fantastic brake feel, great chassis dynamics. You don't expect a car of this size and weight to move the way it does. It basically defies physics altogether. It does not have the immediacy of instant power down that the 644 horsepower XM has, but it's still extremely well-versed for a car of this size. And of course, if you don't want to have the smaller back window and you want to have a little more rear headroom and a lower load floor for the back altogether, you can switch to the X5 M competition. and that'll give you a little more room in the back in comparison. We have not had one of those in as of yet, but once we do, I will do a video on that as well. If you found this video helpful, please like, comment, share, and subscribe. If you want a full walkthrough of the iDrive 8 system in here, I have done multiple videos of that in the past. Please find any of those links on the rest of our page. And yeah, thanks so much for watching. Have a great one.